Hello everybody! So if you're watching this, then that means you are new to Skin Lightening and you're just starting your journey. So I've kind of compiled some things that people do wrong. And these are a lot of things that even I did, and it's like it kind of set me back and made my entire journey take longer than it needed to. So, starting with number one is having unrealistic expectations. There is like a guide if you're interested in knowing how long it will take you to reach your goals. If you're starting off from fair, so like a lighter beige, to brown, so just like a white person's tan basically, then it's only going to take you 1 to 3 months to probably get to your goals. Whether that is just achieving even skin, maybe you want like more of a pale, pallid look, or perhaps you just want to kind of like change your undertone to whatever. I'm not sure. I guess, I mean, I'm not that color, so yeah, for me, I'm not in that bracket, but you guys are gonna hit it the quickest. So if you are dark, so I would say from my originating skin color to dark, it's going to take you 1 to 6 months. So just being realistic, don't give up until you at least get to 6 months. And then from 6 months, that's when you're going to start to really see the change. That doesn't mean that you're probably going to hit your goal. That just means you know it's going to be working. Sorry, but for us, it takes longer. Around the 6 month mark, I was so happy. Like, I felt like a new woman. I was feeling myself. I was showing more skin. And I don't know. I just, it excites you. It should excite you by that point. And if you guys need more help on like starting, like what product should I be using, what glutathione lightening tablets, like what type of lightening lotions, I've made like a starter pack and the link is in the description box. So if you're new, like this is just like 5 pages full of like different products, how to use them, how to make like your own liposomal glutathione and vitamin C. Yeah, there's a lot of really good stuff in there. So you don't have to be a beginner if you're interested in looking at it. But yeah. So carrying on. So if you are very dark, this is like a Fitzpatrick, I would assume 5. You guys are going to take 6 to 12 months. So that means for me, let's say I was starting off with very dark complexion. Like, don't give up until you should start to see a change around month 9 or 10. Like, so I know for other people, it's like, oh, I might want to give up because I've already been doing this for like 6 months. It's like, well, no, around 6 months, you should start to see the change. For very dark, you should start to see the change in about 9 to 10 months. But it could, for some people, take like 12. So for black, saying that it's going to take 1 to 2 years. I really haven't seen anyone like look truly black. So I feel like for most people, it's just for you to see any type of change is going to take 6 to 12, like just off the rip. And I feel like most of my followers, that's kind of like where they land too. And this also goes by like your body weight. So your height and weight, it does matter as for like how much glutathione you should be taking. So you should be taking 20 milligrams to 40 milligrams per kilogram of weight. So for some of us, like I am 140 pounds. So pounds to kilograms, that's 63 kilograms, about 63 and a half. So for me, I would have to take at least 2,520 milligrams of glutathione to even start the lightening process. Let's say you're 150 pounds, that's going to be 68 kilograms. For you guys, you need to take 2,720 at least. If you're 130 pounds, you guys can get away with only taking 2,320. So everyone's going to be slightly different. This is why in the skin lightening community, because we're overachievers and we want our results like yesterday, we just say the gold standard is 5,000 milligrams. You should be taking at least 5,000 milligrams a day. It's going to get you there quicker, and it doesn't matter what your height or your weight is. Like for everybody, like that's just like a safe dose, so you don't have to like question it. But it is very interesting, 20 to 40 milligrams per kilogram of weight. Another thing I've seen people do, and I've done this myself, is buy products that have a low dose of glutathione. buying some of these products that maybe have 200 milligrams per serving or 500 milligrams per serving, especially if you're buying tablets, you're just gonna have to go through more bottles. That's why I just got rid of the bottles and I just want a straight, like a sack full of glutathione. Like I just want the powder, because just going through bottle on bottle on bottle, sometimes like I would have a really good company and then they'd sell out, and it's like, well, if I have to buy so many bottles because I'm having to use like 7 bottles in a week, like it just didn't make sense for me. So just be careful about that. If you know how much glutathione you're going to be taking and you're seeing some of these products and just their doses, like per pill, is just like smaller. It's the same with liposomal vitamin C pills. Like I've noticed like some of them, it's like 2 pills are only 1,000 milligrams. Just to save money, you would want, 2 pills to at least have 1,700 milligrams. And I think one of the brands I really like is Dacha. Like when you look at the price per how much is per pill, like it just makes more sense to me. So be careful with these really, really low dose pills. And some of them are just, it's like such a low dose because they also try to add in like different ingredients, and it's just like, no, I just give me the pure glutathione. That's all I want. You don't need to add in, broccoli and just all of these just like weird, like some people try to put the vitamin C in there too, and it's just like, no, I need to get the bang for my buck. Ooh, another thing beginners do, and I did this myself, and I was hurting, is starting off with a huge dose without detoxing first. If you're mega dosing glutathione and you just go straight into it, like straight into your 5,000 plus milligrams a day, you're going to have some like GI issues. You're probably going to have gas, your stomach's going to be bloated, it's going to be rumbly. The same goes for vitamin C. Taking that much vitamin C, 5,000 milligrams a day, like that's a lot. That's a lot. So your tummy's gonna hurt. For some people, you have flu-like symptoms. For me, I get headaches. Even this past week, I'm experimenting with these dissolving glutathione pouches, and I'm making them at home. And basically, it's like a sublingual way of getting reduced glutathione, so it goes directly in your bloodstream. And even with doing that at home, like, I'll get a little bit of detox because it's just a lot of glutathione and it's getting my bloodstream, and glutathione is an antioxidant and it detoxifies you of heavy metals and of other just crap that's in your cells. And if you start off with like a huge dose right off the bat, then you're going to have to go through this discomfort. So if you have patience, you start off small. So maybe 1,000 milligrams for a couple of days or even a week, then you go up to, you double that, and then you double that, and you just continue doubling it until you get to wherever you're trying to get. So if that's 5,000 milligrams or 6,000, what have you. But if you want to try and kind of have the detox effect subside, there are some things that you can do. You can do a detoxing enema. If you've never done an enema before, this may be a little scary at first, but I promise it doesn't hurt. You're going to use distilled water. You can use like organic coffee. You would brew it, let it get cold, and then you would add the coffee to about, I would say, 4 to 6 cups of this distilled water. So it would be like maybe a cup of cold coffee to that, and then you'd do your enema, and that process is going to take about 20 minutes. That will help. Also, you could try going into like a sauna. If your gym has one, then you can do that for about 20 to 30 minutes. Or you can get like one of these day passes. Like a lot of these gyms now, you can pay $10, just use their sauna and maybe do that a couple of days. Just if you do that the day before you do this sweat out, because you're basically sweating out just all types of impurities and toxins. You need to make sure that the day before you drink at least half a gallon of water. If you can get to the full gallon, that's amazing, but you need to make sure that you don't make yourself dehydrated, because like that's not going to help you either. So just keep this in mind, ease into it, unless you're just really impatient and you're just like, who cares, I'll just deal with the detox. Just know if you start feeling like you're sick, like you have flu-like symptoms, your head's hurting, your body's achy, it's just a detox. And the final thing that newbies do wrong, and I learned the hard way, is starting too many supplements at once. So once you start your glutathione or your MSM journey, there's like so many other things that you might add in, like there's so many different precursors. So I just went into it doing the glutathione, the vitamin C, and the MSM, and then as time would go on, like I'd want to add magnesium, and then I'd want to add like NAC, and sometimes I would like be like trying or adding on these new vitamins all at once in like one day. So then if I'd have a bad reaction, I'd never know what it was or what do I need to tweak. Perhaps I was taking too much of one thing. So it's like, if you're going to take these things, like maybe start off with one at a time. So that means if you want to take the lightning amount of MSM, that's like 12,000 to 24,000 milligrams, then start with the MSM. You have to take vitamin C with that. So start off with that for a couple of weeks. Then once your body gets used to it, you know that you're okay. Then maybe if you wanted to get into glutathione, you could just add in 5,000 milligrams of glutathione. But you would do it like that, because if you start like too many things at once, then if you do have a long-term problem, it's going to be harder for you to put your finger on exactly what it is. For some people, they can't take NAC. It makes them feel apathetic. They don't feel like themselves. For other people, they might feel sick to their stomach. So just like adding too many things all at once, it's just really hard to know what is working, what needs to be kind of tweaked, what maybe you just don't even need. Again, I guess it goes back to having patience. You kind of really have to like ease your way into this if you don't want to suffer consequences. For me, I was just stubborn and I just suffered consequences. So I'm just giving you guys a heads up. You can do whatever you want to do, but I've warned you and I hope that this helps. So excited. My 90-day accelerated skin lightening checklist planner is now ready. This is perfect if you're struggling to keep up your routine or if you don't know where to start. Basically, this is like day by day what I did to achieve my goals within 3 months. I tell you basically everything you need to know. All you have to do is like check off the box. So I should tell you like what to take in the morning, what to take in the evening. For different weeks, you guys will be doing like coffee enemas. There are certain times where you'll be doing just different exfoliation routines. I show you or tell you about what topical I mix together. It's really affordable. This isn't like something you're gonna have to like put hundreds of dollars into, but it'll get you started. And basically these are my results doing this exact routine from basically like 3 months, like 90 days. So if you guys are interested, there is a link in the description where you can get it. I'm just so excited for this. Like I worked so hard on it, and yeah, it tells you just step by step what to do every day. You just check it off. You don't have to really think about it. And yeah, it's going to really help you achieve your goals.